What's up, everybody? This is Marvin Sports and Life. You see what I got here? I got Amahd. You guys see me wearing the WR clothing, War versus Roses. This is the founder. Now we're gonna give Facebook and YouTube a second to go ahead and share this live out. You guys tuning in. You guys see where we located at? We at To The Bone Barbershop, where Tyrone Bonaparte is the owner. And shout out to my dog for being a man of his word and letting us film this episode here. Is all about the bird glove. You know what I'm saying? We here today. Shout out JB in there cutting right now, and boy putting hair on the floor right now. But we gonna get this thing started. We gonna give everybody a second to come on in. Come on in. You coming on in? Hit that like, hit that share button. If you're coming on in, hit that like and that share button. Audio good. All right. My dog Amahd.
Yeah.
We gonna start from the beginning.
Hold up.
Okay.
Before we start.
Okay.
Can't come on your podcast without blessing you with some merch. So what I'm about to give you is a one-on-one that's something that's not coming out until the springtime.
Well, I appreciate it. Hey, you already blessed me already now.
I know, man, but I'm coming on the podcast.
Okay.
We gotta give you something that's gonna be exclusive to Marvin Sports.
Well, I appreciate that, homie.
I always see you trying to get your swole on and everything in the gym. You get what I'm saying? Big Marv always getting the swole on. So
I appreciate that.
So I gotta bless you with something that you can that you can work out in.
Man, I appreciate. Hey, can I open it now?
Go ahead. Break it open, bro.
Hey, let's see what we got. Homie, bless. Ooh. Hey, y'all. Hey, the man, my dog come bearing gifts.
Gotta come there.
Look at this. Hey, and guess what, y'all? Y'all gonna see me in this thing getting swole. Hey, appreciate that, homie.
So that's actually a Champion joint. Champion is one of my vendors.
Okay.
That I have where I can put my merchandise on Champion gear. So that's the Made from Hustle with Love, right?
Man, I appreciate that, homie.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna break this thing in.
That's a one-on-one. I don't even have one of them.
I appreciate that, my dog.
I don't even have one.
I appreciate that, my dog.
That's the only one. That's a one-on-one right there.
Hey, who said we gonna look out for each other? And I appreciate that, homie. Now, we gonna get this thing started. We wanna know who is Amahd.
Man,
who is Amahd?
Amahd is just a kid from Sprinkle Avenue.
Okay. Shout out Sprinkle.
I love art. I love the hoop.
Okay.
That's it. That's who I am right now. A dad. A husband.
Okay.
Brother.
Okay.
Just a dude from the bird, man, trying to make it.
Dude from the bird trying to make it. Positive. So everybody always talk about they give us the guys from Orangeburg a bad image. Hey, we young brothers out here trying to make it happen.
Right.
So let's start from baby Amahd. Amahd comes from the hospital. Does Amahd come home to, is it mom, dad in the house, mom in the house? Let's go from birth.
So coming home from birth, it was just my mom, my brother, and my sister.
Okay.
So my brother, Reggie, shout out my brother, Reginella Fleetwood, Hold Up Entertainment, shout out to y'all. My brother's about 8 years older than me. Okay. Then my sister, you know my sister, Archie, aka Tori.
I think she got engaged?
Yeah, just got engaged on her birthday and on New Year's. Shout out to my future brother-in-law, Oliver. Yo, love y'all, appreciate y'all. And then my sister, she's a year older than me.
Okay.
So coming to the house, it was just us and then, Grams.
Okay. Just the regular. I hate to say not the typical, but the more likely story from where we from.
Right.
Okay. So mom Duke's she making it do what it do.
Yep.
Okay. So at that time, we doing sports. This time we let Grams from birth to what?
Grams always lived close.
Okay.
For as long as I can remember, Grams lived a couple miles away, if not a couple houses down.
Okay.
From us. At about 2, my step pops.
Okay.
Shout out to my stepdad, which is actually my dad. Shout out to him. At about 2, he stepped in my life.
Okay.
So
shout out to the stepdads that don't get enough credit.
Absolutely, man. That's my dude. That's who.
Okay.
That's who I mirror myself after. That's who I'm like. That's who, personality-wise, the way I act, the way I carry myself, the work ethic, all that comes from my pops.
Okay. I got you raised you.
Yeah, he raised me, hands down.
Okay. So he comes in your life at 2, and at 2, what are you to the point where you notice the difference, or you don't know nothing but him just being there?
So no, I know at 2 you really don't know.
Uh-huh.
Probably at about 4 or 5, I started to know, you know, people like, man, you look just like your dad. Like, yeah, no, I look like my dad. No, your real dad. You know, my real biological dad's name is Leg.
Okay.
So you know, people always tell me I look like him or whatever the case may be, but I don't know. I never met him. I didn't meet him until I was like 24.
Woo.
Yeah. So you know, I didn't know. So I knew who he was, but I didn't know of him. I didn't know what he looked like. I'd never seen him. I never met him.
He's just a guy.
He just a dude.
I hate to say somebody. I hope my family don't take it a certain way. When my mother's biological father passed, he is my grandfather. But when he died, I told somebody it's hard to shed tears for a man I don't know.
Absolutely. Because your family is not defined, or your mother or father is not defined by who gave you birth. It's defined by who was there, who raised me.
Correct.
Because I got, like right now, I have a ton of family members, but guys I was in the military with.
They're your family.
That's my family. Like most of those guys were in my wedding.
Okay.
I mean, traveling from Abu Dhabi, traveling from Afghanistan, New Orleans. Like they traveled all over to come for my special day. You get what I'm saying? So that makes
y'all brothers. Because
we brothers. I get the whole thing when they say blood is thicker than water, but blood ain't defined by the blood that's through your veins.
Okay. Well, so I'm gonna throw this thing in. I think if somebody, when you said Amahd from the Bird, the first thing think about you is ball. Yeah. I think that's probably the first thing, especially at that age, because I met you in middle school, so I came to Clark.
Shout out to Clark Middle School.
Yeah, shout out to Clark Middle School. I went from Bowman Elementary to Clark Middle School, and you was playing ball then.
Yeah.
So everybody then, and you were all, I remember you always having the ball. It seemed like.
Absolutely.
Just so people that my group, they know Amahd from playing ball. Yeah. So that's something that your stepdad got you into, or that's something that you just got into just from being in the neighborhood?
No, man. My dad hooped.
Okay.
My dad had letters from probably every school in the country.
Okay.
Who he had a McDonald's All-American letter and everything.
Wow.
Like my pops was like that.
Wow.
Like he was like that. My brother was like that. I mean, shoot left-handed, right-handed, point guard. Like he did. Like he was it. So I had no choice but to hoop. But to
play ball.
Right. I played football for like a year or two at Clark. It was cool playing football, but it wasn't as fun, or it wasn't my thing like basketball was. I'm an athlete, so I can play any sport, but basketball was my thing. Trying to kill Freeport Donnie, playing small fry basketball. And shout out to Kwame, man, our boy Kreku. Kwame Kreku, God bless.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. Man, Kreku, Marcus Mintz.
Shout out Mark. Hey, shout out Marcus because Mark is always tuning in.
Marcus, man, that's my dog, man. Marcus
had one of the latest growth spurts I've ever seen.
Man, Marcus is like 25 when he had a growth spurt.
Shout out to you, Marcus, but you had one of the latest growth spurts I've ever seen. It came, but man, it's one of the latest growth spurts I've ever seen. Shout out to Paulie.
I'm trying to think who else played down there. Look, Chucky from Bowman.
Shout out Chuck. I know
Chuck from Bowman. Lil Darius. I don't know if you know Lil Darius. I don't know what is Darius' last name. Bucci. You know him as Bucci. Yeah, Bucci. All them dudes used to stay at the house. My dad was the coach for our little league team. And we played small fry probably for like 3 or 4 years. All of us on the same team. Sterling was on our team.
That's a good
Sterling
team.
Lucas. So we always had a really good team, man. We had they used to stay at my house. We had a minivan. Everybody used to pile in the van. We used to go to the game together. Like we was
just living a good life.
Times were simpler at that point.
Yeah. Okay, so everybody know Mark playing ball. I know Mark playing ball. Then we get to high school. Yeah. Now I'm gonna tell this funny story. I'm not gonna say the young man's name. I'm not gonna say his name.
That's from middle school.
Middle school.
Oh, Lord.
I'm not gonna say the young man's name. I was right there. I'm not gonna say the young man's name. You put a beating on the fella. It was I like.
Hold on, before we start this story.
Okay.
Let's put this out there.
Okay.
I never bothered anybody.
You did not.
I was laid back. I was cool with everybody.
You did not.
I was chill.
You was.
He just had to push me to that point.
You was. Okay. I can second that. It's not like you went around starting trouble. You had all. Yeah. You didn't. But I don't know what he did that day. At the school. I don't know what he did. But whatever he did, I'm pretty sure he wish he didn't do it. Because, boy, you put something on him, and shout out to that guy. We not friends. I don't know you like that. You ain't my homie, but I'm going to respect you, not say your name. But you ain't my dog. But that's just a funny story. I was like, because what made it weird, it's almost like when I got my trouble was that it wasn't like you. If it would have been
out of my character.
Correct. If it would have been like
I was causing trouble.
Some other classmates be like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But what you was like, what's going on? But shout out to that guy for taking that L that day.
Yeah.
So we go to OW.
Yeah.
Get OW. Did you play ball at OW, right?
Yeah, I played at OW first 3 years. I didn't play my senior year because I tore something in my knee.
Okay.
Yep, tore something in my right knee. I had a cast on for most of that year. Remember I was walking around that big blue cast on.
You did.
For most of my senior year.
You did.
So I didn't play at all that year.
And to be honest, just my side opinion when it comes to OW basketball, I would just say we did not have the greatest. I think for the athletes we had, we didn't run the proper offense. I'm gonna just say that. I'm leaving it like that. For the athletes we had,
I'm not gonna disagree with that.
For the athletes we had, I don't think we ran the proper offense for the athletes we had. I'll just say that.
So that was a situation where they had a system that was set for so long, and it quote unquote worked. That the system never revolved around the actual players that we had.
Correct.
Because we had athletes, we had guys that could get out and run, we had shooters, but it was a simplistic offense that we had run. And the crazy part about it is the middle schools ran the same offense that the high schools ran because we were a feeder.
Yeah.
So all the middle schools ran. Yeah.
You want to already know the offense when they get the
so by the time we went from middle school to high school, we basically knew who was on the team. Like we knew we knew Donnie, Rob, me, Paulie. You had who was on that team? Kendrick. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Kendrick. That guy's over 5'2".
Kendrick, yeah. Kendrick was a part of our class, man. We had.
But then Paulie didn't play ball all 4 years.
No, Paulie didn't play all 4 years either.
He stopped too. But shout out Donnie, guys. Donnie ran point guard the whole time. Seemed like, but
couldn't go right.
Couldn't go right.
Then we had Sante. You had Money.
He didn't play all 4 years.
No, he didn't play all 4 years. I think Money played up until his junior year, I think, as well.
And no, I think everybody stopped for the same reason.
Yeah. Well, it started to get. Become more politics than.
We just say offense.
Yeah.
Because shout out to the people. I know some people watching. That's why we just say politics. Shout out to them. Okay. So all right, you get to high school. You finish high school. What comes after high school?
So I was supposed to. I ended up having a scholarship to Wofford, even though I didn't play my.
Did not know that.
Yeah. So I didn't play my senior year. In the summer, my dad's best friend coached at North. Okay. Miguel Burns. So I played in a
shout out to Mr. Funny story.
You know Burns?
Yes, I do.
That's
know
my
Burns.
dad's best friend.
Let me see how I know Burns. We used to go to our church. Him and his wife, and they got the daughters.
Yes.
Because I met him. When I met him, he was coaching at Fairfield Central.
Yeah. Yep.
Small world.
Yeah. So listen. So because I didn't play my senior year, they were doing a showcase at Wofford in and I want to say Wofford's in Spartanburg.
Yes, it is.
So they were playing. So he was like, "Well, do you want to play in a tournament with me?" Because I wasn't doing that with OW at the time. So I was like,
which is probably illegal now, but
it wasn't illegal at the time.
Yeah, everybody was there too, but we wanted to ride.
So I played in the tournament with them. Man, I had a pretty good showing at the showcase. So I had the So, the coach came up and talked to me after the tournament and offered me a scholarship to come play at the school. So it was all set for me to go play there after the year, and then. Halfway through my senior year, I decided I was sick of school.
I don't remember that neither.
So it wasn't an issue. Like I always had a good GPA.
Yeah.
Good student. And never had any issues. But I was tired of school. I didn't want to go to school anymore. I was sick of it. It was I wasn't being challenged. It was just kind of like it was just
we just going.
I'm going through the motions. So I decided on my own, without talking to my parents or anything, I'm going to the military.
I did not know this. Well, I knew you were in the military, but I didn't know that the whole child of school thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was really good at school, so I'm really good. My dad used to I roll out of bed with a C. I need to apply myself more. But it's like
I feel you.
Know when I go to school, it's like when I go get a job, they're not asking, okay, what was your GPA when you were in school?
They're not.
Unless you're in like a specialty type of field, like you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer. Then they want to know, hey, what school you went to? Where'd you finish in your class? They want to know things like that. But for me, I wanted to do, I like business and I like art. Like I'm an artist and stuff like that. So it was a situation where I don't necessarily need those particular skills to do what I want to do. So So I decided I was going to military. So I had to talk to a recruiter and everything. So I decided on the Marine Corps. So
which is that's another not normal.
Right.
Shout out my old man, my biological father, Marvin Duke Senior. He's a Marine, but that's not the norm.
Yeah.
That's
definitely
Army, Air Force.
No, so and no disrespect to the other branches. Okay. I feel how I feel.
Okay.
I'm in the Marine Corps. I think we're the best branch.
Okay.
I wasn't going in the Army because everybody got in the Army at that time. It wasn't like a weeding out process. Oh, you want to go in? You meet the height and weight requirements. Even if you didn't meet it, okay, we sending you in.
You're right.
Right?
You're right.
If you go in the Navy, they say other stuff about the Navy. I definitely wasn't going there. I wasn't gonna be trapping on the ship with no dudes for 9 months.
Shout out to the Lord of the Navy.
I'm not gonna do it.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
And then you go in the Air Force. The Air Force was cool. I scored an 89 on the ASVAB, so I could have got into the Air Force.
Okay.
But the Air Force was more like, when I looked at them, they were more civilianized.
Okay.
I wanted something different. Where we come from is like we have structure. Like I had a ton of structure with my mom and dad, but that structure of being on your own, away from home, having that discipline, turning you into somebody else where we're not institutionalized to where we're from.
Did you and Calvin go in together?
Yeah, that's my cousin.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about that.
Yeah, we went in at the same time.
Okay.
We went in together. Yep, we went in together. So
shout out Calvin.
Yeah, bro. Calvin's still in.
He's still in.
Calvin's still in. He
happy. He happy too. That's how I know you crazy, Calvin. You enjoying it. I said, Calvin always been sick in the head. I seen you fight a boy with a helmet on, Calvin. I remember that too. I seen you fight a whole man with a football helmet on.
Oh man. So,
and the other guy having a football helmet.
Yeah, Calvin. Yeah.
And Calvin punched him in the head.
Listen, me and Calvin got kicked off a Shaw Air Force base.
Wow.
Because we playing basketball.
Okay.
Playing basketball, some dude undercut me.
Okay.
So first time he undercut me, I'm like, bro, don't undercut me. Like, come on, man, we playing. It's pickup. Like, we're not getting paid for this. Like, chill out. Undercut me again. Third time, I snapped.
Y'all in the service?
We're home for Christmas. We got out.
Okay.
This was December going into January.
Okay.
So at the boot camp, I went from September to December. So got out in December. You stay home basically for the rest of December and the beginning of January because there's so many holidays.
Okay.
There. So you stay home. So we at Shaw Air Force Base with our recruiter, hooping, and we're playing some other guys that's on the base, just kind of
same thing. Okay.
Just kind of messing around, doing whatever. So dude undercut me a couple times.
Kevin just came and said, "What up, Kevin? We talking about how crazy you is."
What's up, cuz? So we on Shaw Air Force Base, and dude undercut me. So dude, chill out. You know how we do. Calm down. It's not that serious, man. It's a pickup game. So by the third time we did it, man, now I'm mad. Okay. And I'm ready to fight. Okay. So it's like 5 of them and like 4 of us. Okay. And it's got nothing to do with it, but all of them was white. It's all black dudes versus all white dudes. So me and one dude square up, and I'm assuming another dude come try to hit me from behind. And I see Calvin come across and fight. So now we on Shaw Air Force Base fighting, me, him, and our recruiter.
So y'all didn't get in
We got kicked off the base.
Okay, they did, but they didn't do any kind of...
No kind of reprimand or anything like that. But we got kicked off Shaw Air Force Base, and I ain't been back to Shaw since.
Did the recruiter fight too?
Yes.
That's what's up. Shout out to the recruiter.
Yeah, so it's kind of a crazy story.
That's a funny story, but shout out to you, Calvin. We talking about you. We're not gonna say his name neither, because he's a homie too. Punching the guy with a helmet on. You know what I'm talking about. All right, so you did how many years in the military? You did 4 years?
I did 8.
You did 8 years?
I did from 2005 to 2013. Okay, that's when I had my daughter.
So is that what made you not make it a career? What was your goal when you got military? Was your goal is I'm gonna do 20, or your goal was
No, I didn't know. Okay. I need to see what was gonna happen. Okay. I'm gonna figure it out as I'm going. Okay. Because I didn't know what to expect. Mm-hmm. The Marine Corps was, I thoroughly enjoyed being in the Marine Corps. Okay. Right? But when I had my daughter in 2013, it's so much, I'm back on the East Coast now. Okay. I'm gonna call you. So in 2013, I was having my daughter. My daughter was coming in December. Okay. I was up for re-enlistment.
Where were you living at this time? Because I know in the military last year.
I was at Parris Island. I was in South Carolina.
Okay, so you was in South Carolina. Okay.
I was stationed out of Parris Island. Okay. No, actually, no. I'm lying. I was still in Cali. I was stationed in Cali.
I
was home on leave.
It's amazing how, we lived through each other through Facebook.
Yeah.
And so I could find, I said, because I thought you was still in.
Yeah, I was still in Cali.
Okay.
I was still in Cali. Matter of fact, I was in Cali. I came to Paris Island and then went back to Cali.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
So 13, I was still in Cali.
Okay.
So yeah, so I had to make, so it was either re-enlist or, get out and be around my daughter. Because at the time I traveled a lot. I was gone.
And that's it. And this would be your first child.
This would be my first child.
And if you had re-enlist, it'll be another 4, right?
It'll be another 4. Yeah.
Okay. So you decide I want to be in my daughter's life.
Right. So the issue I had with the Marine Corps at that time was I was gone probably 6 to 9 months out the year.
Okay.
I was gone. I was traveling. I bounced around. I went to this place to that place. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to be not around my daughter. Maybe if I traveled 3 months out the year for a month at a time,
that's a little different.
That's a little different. Yes. Technology wasn't what it is now, where you can video chat, and see your kid, and it's more interactive. Like it wasn't that. Right? And then also I understood what it was like to have a dad because my dad raised me, but I understood what it was like not to have my biological dad
because he was
because he was AWOL all my life at that point in time. So I didn't want to
put your child through that.
Put my child through that because it sucks.
Yes.
Right? I was 19 before I realized how much of an influence my dad that raised me had on me.
You know what? I tell people I didn't realize that neither until I got grown.
Yep.
And when I look back and I got in a situation, I'm like, bro, my stepdad, this man been in my life since I guess kindergarten, first grade. I'm like,
your whole life.
Then I'll be like, then come back to me? This man ain't got to do it.
Don't have to at all.
And I tell people I don't got the evil stepdaddy story.
I don't either.
I tell people
I don't have one.
I said I don't have that story. You guys said like, oh, my stepdad was good. My stepdad was good with my mama. My funny story. We will get back on you. I disrespected my stepdad one time in 9th grade. Disrespected him. Stupid. My mama told my dad, my biological father, about it. My biological father said, "Boy, you crazy. That man raised you, take care of you, your mama, and your sister. You gonna raise up to this man? You stupid." And when he said that, it hit me. And then I cried, he cried. There was also shout out to the stepdads,
man,
out there. Okay, so all right, back to you. So you realize they have you going. You want to be in your daughter's life,
right? So at that point, I decided to get out.
Okay.
My daughter was gonna be here in South Carolina, so dropped everything, moved back to South Carolina, moved back to Orangeburg.
That's a big, but that's gonna show what a real man do for his child.
Absolutely. But here's my thing. My daughter never asked to be here.
Okay.
I have yet to see outside of Jesus Christ himself. Mm-hmm. I have yet to see a child come and say, "Hey, it's about that time. I'm ready to come." Okay. I haven't seen that. So it's not their responsibility to make me be there. Mm-hmm. That's not their burden to carry. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for me, it's like, okay, I gotta be there for my child because they didn't ask to come here. I made an adult decision.
Yep. And
a little person came out of this adult decision.
Correct.
So I gotta step up and I gotta do what I gotta do. No matter what, I gotta sacrifice
to make it right.
To make it right, I gotta sacrifice because this child deserves
the best life possible. So all right, so. That's a huge jump from so you move back to the Burg.
Yep.
Baby's here.
Yep.
Probably one of the greatest moments in your life, having a child.
And scariest. Yep.
And realist.
And oh boy.
I know how that goes. So okay. So we're gonna do some skipping. So your baby comes.
Yep.
You're happy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll let you fast forward, but you want to fast forward and start back where you want to start back from. You can fast forward all the way to where you want to fast forward.
Yeah, so I'll skip through.
Okay.
About 6 months.
Okay.
Me and her mom split.
Okay.
And then I think right around the time my daughter turned 1, I met my wife.
Okay. Shout out to Miss Mitchell.
Yeah, shout out to you, Tierra Mitchell. But that's my wife. So I met my wife around December.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
December of 2014. Yeah, I met my wife around December 2014, and only reason she talked to me because she seen a picture with me and my daughter. I hit her up, but she seen a picture with me and my daughter, and said that's the reason why she hit me back, because she liked the picture of me and my daughter.
So did you know her?
No, I didn't know her prior.
Okay.
And what's crazy is how I go around the world and come back to the place and meet the person I married.
You met in Orangeburg?
Yeah, my wife is from Vance, Santee.
Okay. No. I know Vance. I said okay. So you met in Orangeburg? Okay. So that's crazy. No, that's crazy. All places. But did you know that go to show her? Because some guys, I heard this. Let me tell you some guys. If you got a child, don't ever hire your child from no woman. If your woman can't accept it, if you got to hire your kids for a woman, she ain't the one.
She ain't the one at all.
And you a buster for hiding your child, but that's a whole different conversation. But okay, so you meet your wife, at this time your baby's 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
yep. So look, while we were dating,
okay,
while we were dating, she could not come to my house if my daughter was there.
That's my rule too.
That's just
I had the same rule.
I think that's for me. I don't want her to see people coming in and out.
Bruh.
That's just and I most people probably don't live by that, but I was dead serious and set.
I had the same rule
on that, because we got to set an example.
Correct. Now, what daddy do is whatever, but you will never say
never see it.
that you saw X amount of people.
Yep.
My daughter couldn't say that neither. And okay, I'm with you on that one, brother. Morals.
Yes.
Just simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So then, how long was it before she became
my wife? So we had my son May of 16.
Okay. So you dated for 2 years before you had a child. Okay.
Right. We dated for about 2 years before we had a child.
Okay.
So we had my son May of 16.
Okay.
Which shout out to my son Lucky. That's my little mini me.
Shout out to Lucky.
So we had Lucky May of 16, and then got married July of 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Been there. Okay, so you got your new life. So
yep.
At what point does Amahd say, man, I'm happy, I got my life, I got my baby daughter, my wife just had my son. At what point does Wolf versus Nope. I take that back. Because you was doing shirts, because you had to do some shirts for my mom. Yep. So when does the shirts come into the business?
So the shirt started in, Lucky was 2, so this was 18. Actually, no, this started 2018.
Okay.
Right after we got married. So here's the story how it started. Matter of fact, started when my daughter was 3, so that would have been 19.
Okay.
No, 16, I'm sorry. That would have been 16.
Okay.
So right after my son was born, so for my daughter's birthday coming up, I always bought her an outfit. Mm-hmm. And because, I've always, even in high school, remember I was painting on shirts. And drawing on shirts and stuff like that. But Marco, remember Marco?
Shout out to Marco, yes.
Marco was probably the best artist I've known and met at that time. So as good as I wasn't as good as Marco.
Correct.
So I had to find a different
I'm not going to say correct. I'm just agreeing.
No.
I
wasn't good. I was dope, but Marco was like, Marco was that dude with that. Mm-hmm. So I thought about what's a different way I can do something different from Marco. So mm-hmm. I started doing the patterns on the clothes.
Correct.
Right. So I started doing I would do your name in like a Mickey Mouse pattern or Scooby Doo, because we were in the cartoons and stuff like that.
Yes.
So I would do like designs on shirts with all kind of crazy words and crazy patterns and stuff like that.
Now I'm remembering all this stuff.
Yeah. So that was always in the back of my head to do that, but going in the military cut all that off because my priorities was different.
Military.
Right? So my daughter, every year I bought her an outfit to wear for her birthday. So this particular year I ordered this tutu off of Etsy, and then her favorite characters were Shimmer and Shine. So I ordered the Shimmer and Shine shirt, the tutu, and then I made her some custom painted all white Air Force Ones, but I did a paint splatter with all the colors that was in her tutu. So I get the shirt, and instead of them cutting the little characters out and pressing them on the shirt, it was like the whole sheet of paper. So it was like a big white block on the shirt, and that irked my soul. right? Because I'm an artist, so I know what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
So I say, well, I can do a better job than this. So then that sparked in my head, okay, well, how do I figure this out?
You saw a need.
Yeah, I saw a need, and I had to meet it. And me, I'm very strategic in studying, finding information, planning, looking up videos. So I searched up different type of cutting machines, screen printing machines, and figured out what would be the best route to go. Okay. So I came up with, well, I'm gonna start with vinyl. Okay. Right. So I went to go buy a vinyl cutter. Vinyl cutter runs about $250. Had the money to buy the vinyl cutter, but for whatever reason, whenever I went to the store, either they didn't have it or I'm gonna go get it today, and something came up. Gotta go do this. Right. So one day I'm in Walmart. One night I'm in Walmart. Late night I'm in Walmart. So I'm walking around in Walmart. They got 6 Cricut machines in the wrong spot in Walmart, and it said $49.99.
What's a Cricut machine?
A Cricut machine is the vinyl cutter.
Okay.
Right? So
how much a vinyl cutter is supposed to cost?
Like $300.
And they had it for how much?
$49.99.
When God show you a sign, you got to take it.
Right? So listen, so I know how much the machine costs. Right? So, but the sign say $49.99. So what I do is I take a picture of it, take it up to the lady at the checkout counter. So the lady said, well, it's gonna, I think it ended up, the total was like $304.75. Right? I said, well, they got it back here on the wall for $49.99. I said, here's the picture. She was like, do they got more back there? I said, yes, ma'am, I can show you. So took it back there. She was like, all right. She was like, well, we got to give it to you for $49.99. I was like, can I buy more than one? She was like, nah, the price difference is too big, so we can't give them to you for that, but we got to move them. Which I kind of already knew, but I mean, if they was going to give me more than one, I was going to. I got my one. That's all I need, but I can. So I got the vinyl cutter, and then once I got that, I looked online at.
Guys, you ain't hit that like and share button.
So after that, got the vinyl cutter. I got the vinyl cutter, and then went and I started searching what else do I need for that, which was a heat press. I got my heat press. Heat press was $175. Okay. And then from there, man, just started working.
And so when you start working it from there, make sure this thing right.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. So you start working it. You already got it for the deal.
Got it for the low.
So do you hit the ground running? So from that point, because I'm about to skip. So from that point, because I think when my mom contacted you, this got to be
this. I was a year or two in.
Yeah.
When I talked to your mom, and I didn't even know that was your mom.
Yeah. She told me, she said, "Mom, I'm getting some shirts made by guys say he know you," because she didn't call you Amahd.
She called me Duke.
Yeah. She said Duke. I said, yeah. I said I know a Duke, but I know a Duke, but we can't be talking about the same one. And she said, I'm gonna show you to him, and she put you up on Facebook. Cause I don't know how she found out about you.
So I did shirts for somebody else.
Okay.
And then for somebody in her church, and then they referred her
to you,
to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But hold up, but we gotta go back a little bit. So before I ever get to your mom's or anything like that, I was just doing shirts for like my kids and for myself, just kind of messing around with stuff.
Getting your feet wet.
Getting my feet wet. Our classmates, Ebony Guest. Well, now Ebony Glover.
That Alter Chain Homecoming. You put the shirt.
No.
Okay.
But before that, Ebony called me one day. It was a Saturday. Ebony and her husband, and I think her dad were doing some. Yeah, Roger. Shout out to Ebony and Roger for always support me, and they the one that actually catapulted my business.
Wow.
Yeah. So
shout out class of 05.
Shout out to class of 05 for representing. So Ebony calls and she said, "Hey Duke," she said, "I need some shirts for we're doing an event tonight, a photography thing. We need shirts." Right? So I was like, "Well, I mean, all right, we know what's supposed to be on," and the thing was that night. Right? So I was like, okay.
You got a few hour window.
Yeah, I got a few hour window. So what I did was, they needed a photography thing on it. So I got a camera, put like a little AP in the middle, which was the initials for the company that they had. And then, so did the shirt. So the shirts were dope. Did it in, I think the shirts were black with like gold glitter or something like that. So she was like, man, everybody loved the shirts. Like, they was cool. She was like, I got a daughter, I think it was her daughter or somebody was graduating, or somebody was graduating that she knew. So she was like, hey, I need you to do me like 15 graduation shirts. So I'm like, all right, bet. So at this point, I don't know what to charge her.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I don't know what to charge. I'm just like, okay, I'm a look. Let me look out for her.
Yeah.
So do the graduation shirts for Ebony, front and back. Killed the shirts for her. So I get a call like 3 days later. It was like, hey, we seen the shirts that you did for Ebony. She said that you did them. I need 15 graduation shirts. Right? So bam. So this is in a 3-4 day.
That's what you call a black economy.
Right? So then it went from there to some people seeing some stuff I did, because I was the only one really doing stuff in glitter with t-shirts. I was doing like the crazy designs and glitter and all
your
that
shirts,
stuff.
like you said, your shirts look good. They're not blocks.
Yeah, no, they're not blocks. They're actual pictures, silhouettes, or whatever. So, and I'm making crazy designs, and I'm the only one doing glitter at this time. So now when graduation time rolled around, everybody's, hey, I need shirts for graduation. 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 And then it literally spiraled out of control from there.
Wow.
But shout out to Ebony and Roderick. Like, every time they do shirts or whatever, that's who catapulted everything for me.
Wow, because I remember, because you put the man, that was a whole, I don't know what's going on that whole company you did the shirts.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't get mine. I don't know, I was late. There was a lot going on at homecoming.
But we always had the most fire homecoming shirts though.
Yeah.
And the crazy part about homecoming is that a lot of the other classes called me to do their shirts too.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ebony
Glover now.
Roger. Because see, I knew Roger when I was a little boy.
See, I didn't know. I never knew Roger.
I knew Roger when I was a little boy from Bowman. That's how I knew Roger when I was a little boy. And it's just funny he ended up marrying Ebony. Shout out, man. See, that's what I like when we do this right here. When the black economy can just keep going. We just keep it in each other, then we just kept feeding each other businesses. Yeah. Okay, so she catapulted. Poof.
Yeah. So she kicked me off.
So, because it was that time you just making custom t-shirts.
At that point, I'm just making custom t-shirts, and then so now because I got the business, I got to come up with a name for the business. So I'm super story and family oriented when it comes to everything I do. Has to have a meaning behind it.
Correct.
So hence the name LuckySkys Kreations. So Lucky is my son, Skylar is my daughter.
Okay. Right,
so hence the LuckySkys, and then Kreations with a K. The reason why it's a K in there because all of our nicknames: Skylar, Lucky, Rocky, Duke. And then I'm not gonna put my wife's nickname out there. We're gonna leave that short. But everybody's nickname got a K in it.
Yeah, that's right. Tread lightly, my brother.
Tread lightly. I gotta go home tonight. So everybody's nickname has a K in it. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do Kreations with a K.
Okay.
Right. So hence the name LuckySkys Kreations. So that's where you see the little kids on my thing. Those are actually my kids. Those are actually characters of my kids.
I did not know that. I thought it was just like a screen, not screen print, but just
just like a character thing. No. Those are actually pictures. I sent pictures of my kids and had a guy actually characterize them for the LuckySkys brand. Wow. My son has on a hoodie with his hands in his pocket because that's what he do all the time. Yeah. That's kind of his thing. My daughter, she loves dresses and she loves Jordans. So that's what she got, and then she loves her little pigtails. So that's why she loves her little puffs. That's why she looks like that on the.
I didn't know that was.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's how you keep it in the family.
Right. Keep it authentic.
Okay, so then we got because you guys see above the LuckySkys Kreations. You can go see content up here. You also see above. You also see the Wolves versus Roses above and the links above. So click the links above so you can see some more of the content and what you got coming. Yeah.
All right. So now I'm deep in LuckySkys Kreations.
Okay.
So I'm getting starting to do stuff for schools. Starting to do stuff for
they coming.
Starting to do stuff for SCAS, which is South Carolina Association of School Resource Officers. So doing stuff for them.
Is it starting to become not your blessing becomes a burden? It's become overwhelming.
No, it's not overwhelming because I enjoy it.
Okay.
Like I enjoy the creative process. I enjoy doing the shirts. Like I like to see. It's amazing. It's almost like a kid. It's almost like my baby. Okay. Right. I started with something and now I'm turning it into this whole different animal. Like I enjoy that process. I've always been taught from sports to. It's not necessarily about the end goal. It's about the process in the middle. That's where all the memories are made. That's where all the magic happens is in the middle. It's not where you started. It's not where you finish. It's all the stuff that happens in between that you remember. A lot of times you don't even remember what the results were, but I can tell you what happened in between. I can tell you the story about what happened in between. Right? I might not be able to tell you where it started, but I can tell you what happened in the middle of that.
Correct. You can remember. Everybody remember practices. Everybody remember.
Yeah, they were running suicides, throwing up, man, hey, I remember you passed out.
Correct.
And so, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yep.
But I can't tell you if we really won that game or not. Like, I can't tell you what really happened in that game, but I can tell you what happened in the midst of it.
Correct.
So it's the same thing. Like, I enjoy it. Like, I just started to get to the point recently, maybe within the last, like, 6 months or so, where I'm kind of tired of the customized side.
Okay.
And not tired of, like, I don't want to do it, but I want to take it to another level, which is where kind of the Wolves versus Roses kind of thing came in, because LuckySkys it's not that it didn't run its course, because I still get a ton of business from that, and I still love doing that side. But now my focus shifted to, okay, now I want to do a clothing brand.
Okay.
Right? So the clothing brand, Wolves versus Roses, came about because me and my wife are polar opposite dynamics.
Okay. Explain.
Right? So my side of the family, we had a paper route, getting up 3 o'clock in the morning, going to throw papers with my dad, my sister, my brother. My dad worked at Sara Lee, going down there, messing around with him at times in his warehouse or whatever, shipping bread, basketball practices, working at McDonald's. Did it all. I'm used to working, I'm used to grinding, I'm used to hustling. That's where my focus is. Right? I have a wolf-like mentality, but I'm always doing everything so I can protect the pack and protect everybody around me, bring everybody with me. Right? I take that very seriously. Right? And then my wife, on the other hand, her family's totally different. They got group chats, they, birthdays, holidays, everybody get together, super, hey, no, we haven't seen each other X amount of time, let's get everybody together. Okay. Right? So that's something that I don't have. Now my sister, she'll call me and say, hey, don't forget to call so-and-so on their birthday. Don't forget to do this. My sister does that. So my wife is kind of the same. She remembers and she brings. You should be there to make it so you should be there to try to make sure we eat. Getting the meat. I'm the wolf. I gotta go get it. Right. So she's taking care of the pack. Yeah. Right. So she's the role side of that. So that's where the brand comes up, Wolves versus Roses. Okay. And it's not necessarily that we're fighting against each other, but we're fighting against each other because I'm so used to doing things one way that got me to the point where I'm at. She's used to doing things her way, which got her to the point where we're at. So now we're trying to mesh these two things together, right? And then it's a tough task. It's a tall order. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But it's y'all order. But it's our order, right? And then also it represents it's just a relationship based brand, right? Just like I have a relationship with you. I don't necessarily have to talk to you every day, but if you call me and say, hey, Amahd, can you help me out with this? Can you do that? All right, say less. Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's a brand about relationships, but it's just which dynamic are you? Yeah, are you the wolf? I like the name because when I told somebody, because man, I'm gonna tell you, the reason I don't have my wolf versus hat on today, man, I wear that hat. See, that's the thing. I wear stuff. I just don't. I wear it a lot. So now I wear it a lot. So, but every time I go somewhere, I'm like, who's this? And I'm like, hey, that's why I love social media. I'm like, it's my homie one. But no, I don't have to give you a list. Wolf versus Roses on Facebook. Yep. And the thing I tell people is about, I'm gonna let you go back to the thing, but it's about the quality. Okay. It's about quality. Listen to me. Wolves versus Roses. I went through about 60 or 70 shirts. Before you got the right one. Before I got the right one. Right? Here's the reason why. I'm a kid from Orangeburg, South Carolina. Right? I understand what it's like to have. I also understand what it's like not to have. I understand what it's like to be able to get whatever I want. I understand what it's like not to be able to get what I want. So I want to develop a brand where people feel good in what they wear. It's a good quality. It feels good. They don't feel like nothing else that anybody else has, but not have to kill you on the price to get it. Right? So everything in Wolves versus Roses represents a part of where I came from. If you notice, if you go on the website now, the only t-shirts you see, they're black and they're white, the t-shirts. When we were in high school, we only wore black t-shirts and white t-shirts. Facts, 5 for $20. Right? Facts. That's how we wore. Right? But if you wore a hat, you had the crazy color hat, you had the crazy color shoes.
Correct.
Right? So that's why right now it's only black and white. Because that represents my past. That represents where we come from. You get what I'm saying?
Cause we want, especially then, we won't wear no much colors.
Yeah, you went. I mean, you get the Jabot jeans that had the little the color scrap or something like that.
The jeans and maybe the people doing the custom t-shirt. Or you might get a hat, but your
t-shirt was black or white.
Black or white.
Every seldom. I mean, you had the gangbangs that did the red shirts or blue shirts, something like that. But for the most part, it was black and white.
And you know what? You know our parents liked it too, because then they can spend $60 and buy like 20 t-shirts.
Yep.
And then that's gonna cover you for a while until they get dingy.
Yep.
Then they get another.
Set. Yeah. So I mean, that's a big part of why I did the black and the white.
I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. Okay, I'm with you.
Right. So you look at the design, which is the one that's actually on yours. So each design represents a specific portion of the brand or of life. So the tagline, which is the first thing you see, which is made from hustle with love.
Okay.
The brand was made by a hustler. But the brand didn't actually come to fruition until I found love, which is my wife, and I had something else that I was working for.
You hear that, ladies? Ladies, you hear that? Go! I want you to go ahead. Say that again for them. And then they're gonna love that.
Made from hustle.
Okay.
Hustle with love.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So the made from hustle was the brand was made by a hustler.
Okay.
But the brand didn't come to fruition until I found the person that I love. So that's what I work for. I work for my family. I work for my wife. I work for my kids. I work for the family. That's what we do. Made from hustle with love. Right. That's the first part. Right. Because we trying to get somewhere. Right.
Yep.
And then you see the next shirt, which actually has the Wolves versus Roses on two separate lines.
Yep.
Right. So that's the part. That's the beginning of the relationship. That's kind of that push and pull. Right. I got to do it this way. No. I got to do it this way. No, I got to do it this way. I got to do it this way. Right. That's that push and pull. It's me against you at this point.
Correct.
Right. And then you get to the next shirt, which has the Wolves versus Roses, but it's in a straight line. It's a long sleeve shirt. It's in the Wolves versus Roses in a straight line.
Yeah.
Right. It's in that straight line because once you hit that year mark after that, you kind of start lining up. Okay, well, I understand how she works. I understand how he works. Right. So we kind of lining up to kind of get it. We trying to get it together.
Yeah.
Right. And then you get to the final shirt, which is the half wolf, half rose, which is kind of that yin and that yang. Right.
That's the one I like. That's the one I wore that out.
Oh, you did?
I got a lot of compliments. I wore the black one with the hair. I got a lot of compliments on that.
Yeah. So this is the final. The Wolves versus this is the ultimate goal, where you got that yin and that yang. You got that person that understands. Like if I'm hurting, I don't got to tell you why I'm hurting. You already know. Right. That's what we strive for. That's what we want. Right.
But that's a lifestyle. Bro.
But you gotta. I don't got a brand. I got a story. It's a difference. Right.
That's deep.
Right. I don't got a brand, I got a story.
That's deep.
Like, and it's real. And the cool thing about the story is that the story don't just represent me and my wife.
Anybody's story.
Anybody's story. It could be me and my best friend. It could be me and one of my cousins, me and one of my family members. Because the dynamics they're always shifting and changing depending on where you're at in life.
Man. Even with your kids.
Bro, listen.
Because but for the kids, I'll be like the exact opposite. When they're babies, they love you. And you get that 13, 14 thing.
It's over. I want to go with my friends. I don't want to be around.
Oh, yes, God. But man, that is I didn't know. I didn't know the story was that deep.
Yeah.
Because and also it goes to show for people like me, be like, bro, I like that. I like it without the story. When you hear the story, you be like, wow, now I really like it, the meaning behind it,
right?
Because that gives it substance,
right?
That gives a clean. Now I want to say clean substance because some people adult substance.
Yeah.
So, but you like it, bro. I'm telling you, man. The best I like about it is the quality, and when I say quality, you and D-Lot. Heavy Nuggets. Shout
out to D-Light. I didn't know him, but I went and checked out his stuff. He got some pretty dope.
Bruh.
He got some pretty dope stuff.
He dope. He think the same thing about your stuff because he saw your dad had.
Oh yeah.
Well, I wear it, and he always so love. But my thing is, the reason why I had y'all boys on, cause some people reach out.
Right.
I don't want nobody on that. I won't wear their stuff for real. Let's be honest. I don't want nobody on that. I won't wear this stuff for real.
Gotcha.
Bro, when I wear your stuff, I'm like, bro, this is really good quality. Bro, it's really, really good quality. And I like, and then my thing, and you from the bird.
Right.
And we want to see each other win.
Absolutely.
But it still come back to quality. Because even though I can see somebody, that's like, I can have a homie who's a rapper, and I can want to see him win, but like, bro, your music is not where it needs to be.
Right, but you got to be honest enough to tell, not necessarily you in general, but you got to be honest enough to tell people. One thing I am with my brand, my clothing line, or anything like that, I'm very hard on myself with how I do things.
Okay.
Because I'm not going to give somebody else something I wouldn't wear.
Okay.
Right? I've had people that wanted me to do custom pieces for them, and then they had a specific idea in mind. I told them, I was like, it doesn't look good. Mm-hmm. Right? And I told them, well, I'm not going to make it. No, well, why not? Because you're not going to attach my name to something that doesn't look good.
Who made it, Ma?
Yep. And then, you get what I'm saying? You got me out here looking like I do trash work. Like, that's not, I'm not going to do that.
All I did was just follow what you wanted. But what you wanted is not what should have been put on there. It's not up to my standards. It's not up to my standards. But that makes sense to me, bro. I guess people...
But not everybody don't think like that. Most people want... Like, I may be an expert, quote-unquote, in T-shirts. Okay. Right? So you can't come to my shop and tell me how to press T-shirts or how to do what's the name, and I can't come on your podcast and tell you how to run your podcast because I don't do podcasts. Correct. Right? You get what I'm saying? But you got people that think. Correct. Well, I want this on a T-shirt, but sometimes everything you want on a T-shirt don't fit on a T-shirt. Less is more.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. I'm not even gonna tell the whole story because I can't. But some people try to put input where the input shouldn't be given. I'll just say that. Yep. And I'll leave that alone because if I tell too much of the story, they'll know exactly who they are. But they'll know exactly who they are. But bro, so if they want to find this stuff, where can they find Wolves vs. Roses?
WolvesVersusRoses.com. Okay. Any social media platform, I have the name Wolves vs. Roses on everything. Mm-hmm. Wolves vs. Roses. Don't actually type in the word versus. It's just Wolves vs. Roses.
And if you're watching on Facebook, the link is right above. If you're watching on YouTube, the link is going to be below. Even on the clips on Instagram, check out the link in the description. You see it, and if you're watching, if you listen to the podcast, go to
WolvesVSRoses.com.
And
on all social media platforms.
On all social media platforms. Also, if you want to get that custom shirts, if you want to get that family cookout,
yeah, do that. LuckySkys Kreations, Kreations with a K, LuckySkys Kreations with a K.
That's if you listen to the podcast. If you're on Facebook, it's above. If you're on Instagram, the description is below. Also on YouTube, the description is below. Hey guys, let me tell you something. Hey, if you're from the bird, this bird talk. Shout out to all my listeners because the podcast is growing every week. Shout out to people who listen to the podcast, Apple Music, wherever your podcast is available from. If you from the bird,
look at these just shut in.
What was up, Ferdy? Yeah. If you from the bird and you talk that stuff, why don't you got a Wolves vs. Roses or something? You went to W class, special class 05. Shout out to Ebony, everybody except you, cause my God, you set the
She set the bar. She set it in motion.
You set the bar in motion. Shout out to you, Ebony. Shout out to Roger too. Why don't you have a Wolves vs. Roses? And the only other person I know that's doing a brand thing, why don't you have a Sauce and shout out J.O. Or why didn't you go to the Lil J store? Shout out to Lil J.
Oh, shout out to Lil J, man.
Man, Lil J called me the other day. Man, Lil J is still Lil J. That's all I'm saying.
He been the same dude since we were like 5 or 6. The same dude.
Lil J is still Lil J. But shout out to him, man. I'm gonna tell you guys, hey, I love the clothing. I love the brand. We was been supposed to link up, but time, man, we supposed to do this last week. Yep. But a tragic event happened. Yep. I want to say rest in peace to the homie Carrie. Shout out to his homie. Shout out to his big brother Black, and shout out to his little brother Kali, and his sister Melvina. Shout out to all them, especially people out of Charleston and the Uchi family. But hey, God, we here to make the change, guys. If you came in here, I hope you hit that like and that share button. Shout out Twan. Shout out Twan. Put your pressure wash business in the comments. Shout out to Nate was on here earlier. Let me tell you something about Duke, guys. And I'm about to say the guy from the talking about the basketball. Yeah, he was in here earlier. He said he gonna check his. He talking a little trash, but he said he gonna check his stuff out. He was in here earlier.
Oh, all right, man.
But shout out to Ma's still Ma now. Ma walking here. Ma don't know nobody here. And do some. The guy says, because I call the guy King James hater. Ma stopped busting out stats, man. Because the truth of that, the man went 35 points. Hey, but see, that's in him.
Can't get rid of that, bro.
That's in him. Like, oh, what? And he got it. But see, that goes to show how people be dogs and have fun. And we're gonna talk, and right. Nate put some respect on King James' name. Nate, he actually went to the appliance store next door.
Shout out to Nate, the hater.
That's right, King James hater. King James hater. So I got another question for you.
What's up?
So you did your time in the military. You are a veteran.
Yep. I
got a few questions for you.
Okay.
You are a veteran.
Yep.
Would you tell if a young man came to you and said, Mr. Mitchell, I think I'm joining the military. Mm-hmm. What would be your answer to that young man?
Yes.
Okay.
But do it for the right reason.
Okay.
That's not a situation that you can walk into and say, I don't like it, I'm out.
Okay.
Right? The military allowed me to grow up in ways that I don't think I could have grew up if I stayed home.
Okay.
Right? So my first duty station was in California.
Okay.
So I went from 29 Palms, which is the desert.
Okay.
No station in the desert. So you think I went from South Carolina to all I know to getting dropped off 3,400 miles away from home in the middle of California, in the desert, by myself. No family, no friends, no nothing. Just me. Right? So granted, I've always been taught to stand on my own 2 feet, 10 toes down. But you don't understand what that means till you on your own.
Till you really
hit it.
10
toes down by yourself. Like, look, if I get in a fight or something, I'm on my own. Like I ain't got nobody out here with me.
So when you got dropped off, Kelvin didn't go with you?
No, we were at separate duty stations.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, we were at separate duty stations.
Jeez. But you would tell them go for the right reasons.
Yeah, go for the right reasons, man. If you want to grow and you want to become better and you want to learn different skills and trades, hands down, go in the military. Now I'm partial to the Marine Corps. I haven't been in any other branch. I know the product I see coming out of other branches, and it don't hold a candle to the Marine Corps. Point blank, period.
You know what? I'm not going to. I'm not in the service.
See, hey, facts.
Of course, you Kelvin, you missed the Marine. Hey,
facts.
Hey, Kelvin, I talked about you earlier. I don't know if you passported. I said, Kelvin, you crazy. I said you still love it, but. Okay, because I look back, because like I said, my stepdad was Marine, my biological father was Marine, and my stepdad was in the Air Force, and they are they both are strong on their two separate things.
Right.
Both had two separate experiences, of course.
Right.
My father, he was in a Beirut bombing. I told somebody,
he was in the bombing of Beirut?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the picture. I told somebody, I'm probably the only black man I know with a picture of Ronald Reagan in his house. And that's only because my old man in the picture with Ronald Reagan. That's orange right in the picture. Okay, so I also got another. This is more of a.
But Calvin, I gotta come on one day. Hey, we gotta do that together. We'll have a good time. I'm telling you.
Hey, I got you, Calvin. Hey, I'm gonna tell that story about you punched that fella in the head with a helmet. He had the helmet on. You punched him. Shout out to him too. 'Cause I knew you on here. I'm not gonna call your name, big dog. But my thing is, so you are a veteran.
Yep.
So anybody who's not a veteran, shut up. You're a veteran. How did you feel? It's just a 2-part question.
Okay.
How did you feel about the whole cap thing?
Okay.
And remember whatever you said.
So
okay.
I don't think it was disrespectful.
Okay.
What he was doing. Okay. The reason why I don't think it's disrespectful is because if we got a fallen soldier, somebody that died or something like that, when you place his boots, his rifle, whatever, when you have that setup, you kneel.
Okay.
Right? So what people don't understand is when you're looking at NFL and different things like that, when they hold the flag sideways, that's disrespectful to the flag. When flag paraphernalia in your clothes is disrespectful to the flag. Right? So you can't do one disrespectful thing and then tell somebody else that they're disrespecting when you're doing it for gain. Right? And then what people don't know is it was a veteran that told him to kneel versus sitting down.
See, I
because sitting was disrespectful.
Yep. But see, I wanted you to say because you were.
But when they brought it to his attention, and he actually seeked out people to talk to correct what he was doing wrong, and he corrected it. Now, the problem wasn't Kaepernick kneeling. That was never the issue. The issue was
why.
The issue was why, and the narrative that people try to put towards why he was kneeling. He was kneeling for social injustice. He was kneeling for the shooting of unarmed black people, or black and brown people. Right, and he clearly conveyed that message over and over and over, and that stance never changed.
You don't want to hear it.
But the people in the media, high-ranking people in the media, change the narrative and say, oh, he's being disrespectful, and then you got what I call mindless guppies that believe everything they hear on TV or whatever, say, no, he's disrespectful, but it wasn't disrespectful when you stormed the Capitol. Right? But that's okay. It's okay to
being said, that went under the radar like nothing I've ever seen before in my life.
You got terrorists. So you got terrorists.
Yes.
You got homegrown terrorists.
Yes.
Raiding.
Yes.
Government buildings.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But
disrespecting the flag.
Disrespecting the flag.
And everything.
Everything, just in general.
Disrespecting the country.
Respecting everything. But that's okay. Right? But you got people doing peaceful protests.
That's a problem.
And it's a problem. Whether it been Kaepernick kneeling for the flag, that was the issue. Or whether it been them standing outside the White House protesting about the inequalities and then getting shot with tear gas.
Those are issues.
How are those not okay?
It's a real big reason, but I'm not going to say it because when Marvinsportsandlife is big, we can talk about it. It's only one big reason. Marvinsportsandlife is going to be big, so Wolves vs. Roses will be bigger, so and we want everybody business, but we also won't stand for injustice or disrespect. I'm just gonna be clear. I don't stand for disrespect by no means, by any reason.
Absolutely.
Okay, but Mark, anything before we leave? Anything we tell the people? This is time. We not plugged everything, but before we leave, so why is first on your mind? Anything you want to tell the people?
Hey man, support Wolves vs. Roses. If anybody's doing anything, clothing brand wise, you need advice, you need help. Hit me up, man. I'm more than an open book, man. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to eat.
They're gonna hit you up.
I mean, hit me. Like people don't know. I gave away when I got some new equipment. I actually did a thing on Facebook and gave away like all my old. I didn't charge. I gave away like a 16x20 heat press.
Wow.
Gave away like a logo package and clothing to somebody, and then also gave another guy like 2-hour session to come sit with me, and then I teach him about
help him. So now he got his own. He have his own business.
Now he got his own. So man, like I said, we want everybody to win. We want everybody to eat, man. That's what the brand is about. Relationships, man. The only way we're gonna make it is by building the proper relationships. And if his podcast blow up, then I mean I eat off that because I was on his podcast. If my brand blows up, his podcast blows up, because guess what I'm gonna do again once I hit that 6 to 8 figure mark. Guess what I'm doing? Coming right back on Marvin Sports and Life. Let's do another podcast and get him to the next level.
And that's what people don't get. That's why I say content. That's why I'm not having. That's why I've been having the guests I have on who have something going on, because you don't realize if they go, anything that their name's attached to go.
Yep.
That's why I try to do the interviews. Now some things I try to be non-miss. I try my interviews, my podcast has substance.
Right.
And we all grow. Like I said, shout out to Team Reds who dropped a new video. I think I might Team Reds, if I'm wrong, let me know. I think I might have Team Reds only interview. I might not, but I think I might have Team Reds only interview. So shout out those guys and they moving. And that video, I know I got D-Lot only interview. Is this your first interview?
That was my second one. But
interview.
But here's the crazy part though. Because I knew I was coming on yours, I didn't even drop my other interview. I didn't drop my other interview because I knew I was coming on yours. Yeah. So I wanted this to be the first one that I actually put out.
I appreciate it, my brother.
Yeah, I have a whole nother interview with the young lady from Prime and Prim, Shaka Pope. She's dope. She's the one that actually helped with like all my like behind the scenes stuff with my brand. Yeah, she did a lot of my behind the scenes stuff when I did a full interview with her. But because I knew the relationship that me and you got, I knew that I was gonna drop whatever we did. I was gonna do yours first.
And I appreciate that, my dog. Yep. And I appreciate too the young lady for doing assistant.
Yep.
I appreciate her for anybody doing anything. It's another girl here. I think it's called Tea Sipping Tea. Shout out to you. I might be saying it wrong, but shout out to you. Anybody who's doing anything, I'm happy for them. I think it's enough for everybody to eat. Now, when they come to the Berg, now. I don't know. There might be somebody out here because I got footage from 2 years ago. Me and Michelle had a podcast thing popping, but and I'm still around. Shout out to Michelle. My dog just got married. He went back to India.
Oh man!
But we had a podcast 2 years ago, and was on and got footage from 2 years ago.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, we was on it early. I just shared another video. We talking about Bitcoin 2 years ago.
Oh wow.
We talking about that 2 years ago, and because this is something we was going to do, and that when he couldn't make it, I decided, this is something I still want to do. I enjoy this, so I continue. He's even been on a few episodes. I'm gonna continue to do it, and I tell people the hardest part, and you know this, is just to be consistent.
Yep. Especially when you got life going on.
Consistent life, because people and the best feeling I'm pretty sure you had is when I walk in places, they be like, "Hey, bro, I like the show." People who I don't know. People who I know I expect X amount of things. People who I don't know, hey bro, I like the show. Hey man, keep it up. I'm like, man, I said, because each person goes, so then going to be the point where when I wear my Wolves and Roses, be like, hey, that's bro, I seen
he was on your thing.
Yeah, so all that kind of stuff happened, and then we just keep the same ecosystem, man. So guys, like I say, if you're on here, like and share, let your money be where your mouth is. You trying to support the Berg, trying to support Marv. Shout out to you again, Ebony. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Ebony and Roger.
I don't hear no kind of stories. Shout out to Ebony and Roger. I don't hear no kind of stories.
I'm telling you, listen, anytime I tell a story, I always give them props because that catapulted my LuckySkys Kreations, bro. Like I don't think she'll ever understand how much I appreciate
being a good friend, a good classmate.
A good classmate. Like that's it. And like crazy part is Ebony stay around the corner from me.
Wow. shout out to you, Ebony and Roger. Even though the only thing wrong with y'all is that y'all like them sorry Cowboys, but that's not y'all fault. That's not y'all fault. And I'm gonna make sure I made this a clip too. That's not y'all fault. But
shout out to the Panthers.
That's a whole.
Shout out to the Panthers. Panthers, Miami Heat, Duke Blue Devils. I'm having a rough year.
Well, you might be getting Deshaun Watson, so y'all might be.
Yeah, I know.
Might be getting Deshaun Watson.
We having a rough. All my teams having a rough year this year.
Very rough.
I
never seen Duke have this rough.
Bro, yeah. We've been rough this year, man.
The other ones.
We had a good run though, but we coming back.
Yeah, bounce back. But all right, guys, we're gonna sign out. This is Marvin from Marvinsportsandlife. Video available on all platforms. Facebook, the clips available on Instagram, YouTube, on Facebook at Marvinsportsandlife, one word. On Facebook, the Marvinsportsandlife Show. On YouTube, Marvinsportsandlife, one word. Also available on all podcast platforms, Marvinsportsandlife. And if you having a hard time finding it, just go to Google, type in Marvinsportsandlife. I'm everywhere. That's how we know we getting places. I'm everywhere. You can hashtag it. I'm everywhere. Maude, tell them one more time where to find the clothes at.
Hey, if you go into my clothing brand, it's wolvesvsroses.com. Wolves vs Roses across any social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Only thing I don't have a Snapchat yet. I think I'm working on the.
Man,
I'm working on Snapchat name.
I don't even do nothing.
Yeah. Also, Wolves vs Roses on TikTok. We got that. Man, hey, support black, buy black. Love being black.
I'm black. All right, guys, we out. You guys be good. Hope you hit that like and that share button. Enjoy yourself.
Right, we out.
We out.